Okay, hey guys. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I look like a complete mess. I'm sitting here in my pajamas and like my beard hasn't been trimmed and all that. But I really wanted to get at you guys about some stuff. Uh, as you all know, I'm a teacher, and I just got done with my first week of break. We get about 2 weeks off in my district for the holiday and the new year. This first week, my brother's in dental school, and he came home, and we just kind of screwed around with the family, didn't do much of anything. And he went back a day yesterday. Yeah. So I decided the rest of this break was going to be very productive. So I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning because I just couldn't sleep, and I got behind my computer, and I think I took like a half-hour lunch break. And apart from that, I've done nothing but write code all day. So according to my clock, that is 12 hours of coding. Guys, I'm tired. That was a lot of thinking all day. During that time, I finished two of my classes. I've been jumping around between different classes and boot camps and those types of things. You really shouldn't do that, but it just stopped everything from getting stale. The first one I finished was the second half of MIT's Introduction to Computational Thinking in Python, 600.2x probably, something like that. That class was hard. It was a lot of fun, but it's the type of class that you didn't realize how fun it was until you're done with it, and it's out of the way. The first half of that class, 600.1, was, I guess, more casual. We built a lot of games like Hangman and Scrabble and things like that. It was really kind of cool. But the second half was all about statistics and data science. And I gotta say, I don't know that that's really the type of field that I'm interested in. It was cool, but I probably did more math today than I have in my entire life. I probably shouldn't say that because I know I have an old math teacher on Facebook, so maybe I shouldn't be saying that online where people can find it. But it was very math intensive. A lot of linear regressions, a lot of bell curves, uh, plotting. It was really kind of cool. The thing I liked about it at the most, though, was the machine learning at the end. And as the professor put it, machine learning, it's not even a hot topic in computer science anymore. It's a pretty heated debate in our culture, in the world. You got the self-driving cars, you got Sophia, which some people are saying they want to marry her, other people are saying they want to just burn her on a stake. I don't know what's going on anymore. But machine learning is the future of technology. So it was really nice it was only an introduction. Of course, I'm not driving smart cars or designing Siri or anything like that. But it was really just kind of cool how open it was. And really made me think about the future. And machine learning, even though I know I said I didn't like data science, and that's all, the machine is really just data science on steroids, that I could see myself getting into. I really kind of like the whole artificial intelligence, deep learning kind of stuff. Really, really interesting. I probably will take some more of the MIT courses. The rest of the courses they have online are really more just crash courses in language. I know they've got a crash C, C++ course, crash Java course, things like that. Might take those. There was even one that you design PlayStation 3 software, which is really cool. That might be something I have to do later. Um, the other class that I finished today was the second half of British Columbia's How to Code classes. This one was How to Code Complex Data. The first one was Simple Data. They really shouldn't have been two classes. It should have been one really long class because that's what it felt like. That one was really interesting. The professor made you think about coding in a very different way. It was honestly less artistic and more formulaic. It was about building templates and a lot of copy and paste and editing those templates. And I gotta say, that's not really my way of doing things. Not to say that his way is wrong, and I could find out that I'm stupid later on and move to his way a little bit more. I did learn a lot of good mindsets or philosophies from that class. I will say I didn't like the language it used. It was beginning student language. From what I understand, is kind of an adaptation of Lisp. Um, not not my thing. Didn't really like it. I could see it working out really well for people who have no programming experience, but from someone who had learned more, I guess, C style syntax, I've learned C, Java, Python, JavaScript, those kinds of things. Moving to that new type of syntax was just really awkward. But once I got past that, there was a lot of really cool information in there. Like the two big things he taught us in that course was test driven design, where we had to write our tests for our functions before we ever wrote our functions. And even if I never write another line of beginning student language code, I hope, I think I'm always going to be more of a test-driven design programmer now because of this class. It was really helpful. I even spent some time the other day getting JUnit working on my MacBook, which some of you may kind of make fun of me because it's supposedly really simple and I just couldn't figure it out. But I'm really going to be more of a test-driven design developer for the next while, just because it works. I know what I want my program to do. Now, how do I get it to do that? Rather than, okay, here's what I want my program to do. Why isn't it doing it? And it was a change of pace that I really enjoyed and I really think I'm going to use. Another strategy he taught us was top-down programming, which everyone does a little bit, I think. But this was really nice. He made us sit down and write our main functions as if we'd written all of our other functions already. So that did a couple things for me that I really took to heart. First of all, it made me name my functions in more intelligent ways. Used to, I was kind of stupid. I know you're not supposed to do this, but I kind of did it anyway. Of calling functions like helper A, helper B, just because I know what those mean. So I'm going to do just fine. But at that time, if I wrote helper A, helper B, without writing those functions yet, I was going to forget what they did. So I would have to write functions like remove from list or multiply by 2. That's not a good example because you can just hard code that. But that's the idea. I had to write my functions in a more intelligent manner. And then, because I knew what I want those functions to do, again, this kind of goes back to test-driven design a little bit too. I knew that I wanted that function to remove the first, a pop function. Remove the last element of a list. So it was easier to design because I knew the end product. Now I had to work out the innards and the guts of it all, and that's fine. That's my favorite part. I like taking, this is a function where all it has is the 2 curly braces, to do in the middle. I got this. Get out of the way. Let me do it. That's kind of where I shine. But the actual design and the architecture, I'm a little bit worse at. Which kind of segueing on that whole not very good at architecture stuff. I did start a 3rd class today because I hate myself that much, and I guess finishing 2 just wasn't enough. It is the 3rd course in the MicroMaster series on edX, and it's the 5th class in the GitHub computer science curriculum. It is, it's another British Columbia class. I got my notebook on it right here. It is called Software Construction Part 1. It's another one of those 2-part classes. Part 1 is called Data Abstraction. This course is not what I thought it was going to be. I was really excited that I saw it was in Java, and none of the classes I've taken since college, the 2 introduction classes at Western Carolina, are Java. And I really kind of miss it. I know a lot of people crap on it. I know it's not the best language, but I really enjoy it. I think it's high level enough that you're not stressing out about the details, but it's low level enough that you're really digging into the code. Python is honestly a little too high level for me. I like digging in a little bit more than Python does, but all the memory management crap from C can, Java's probably my favorite programming language. So I saw it was in Java, and I was like, okay, great, super excited. And in the first few minutes, then there's a new professor, not the same one at British Columbia as the How to Code Data series. She said, I'm not really going to teach you a whole lot about Java. I was like, well, crap. Here we go. And it may be that she's not starting with it. I'm almost done with Module 1, and I haven't written a single line of code, which usually I'd be kind of upset. I want to learn how to program, so let me program something. That's not what this class is about. At least it doesn't seem like it yet. What I do like about this course is that in the other classes, you either would just open a new file and write like 30, 40 lines of code, and that's your assignment, and that's fine. So if they gave you distro code, it was usually one file, maybe a couple handful, like 3 or 4, and there's some to-dos in there. Write a function that does this. Write a class that does this. And that's fine, Here we go. Tag me in, coach. I got that. And now that I've started this software construction class, I'm realizing that I wasn't learning how to program in those classes. I mean, sure, I was, but I wasn't really. They were coding exercises. And that's fine. But this is really a design-based course of I want you to write a master program that can do this. And here it is. And so far in this course, we've only been studying other people's distro code. Like we've studied one that it's actually like a MIDI music creation, which that's been kind of cool. I've kind of liked that so far. And another one that's kind of a smart home, turn on your heater, turn off your heater. Not actually implementing these types of things, but just kind of a representation. And like I mentioned, I haven't written a line of code yet, but they're full projects. In fact, I have always been a command line type of guy. Vim mostly. I've tangled with Atom and gedit and things like that. But when I took this class, I actually went and downloaded IntelliJ. Like it was just too big for me to work with like that. So I crossed over to the IDE world. I think I'll be using IDEs for the rest of this course, and it's SQL, and I might stick to IDEs. We'll see. But this is working on projects now, not little files, which I like. I would go on GitHub, and I'd look at these repos, and they're giant. I'm like, how do you even start thinking about this? And that's what this class is. That's kind of what it's designed for. Okay, go pull a repo from GitHub and figure it out. And that's kind of nice. There's no PDF explaining, okay, this program is Hangman. So you need a function that takes in letters from the user and that keeps track of the letters you guessed. That's fine and all. That's great. That's important. But this feels more substantial. The programs we're studying in this class, I'm not going to say working on because we're not actually working on any code yet. They feel a little bit more real world. Like this seems like code that you would see at a job. And I'm really excited for that. After this class is a bunch of programming languages. I think we go back to beginning student language for a little bit. Not super excited about that. I think there's Ruby. I don't know. I can't remember all the languages. But I'm excited. I feel like I'm finally digging into something new, whereas a lot of the stuff I've been doing lately has been more and more of the same, and it's been getting a little bit stale. So I'm really excited that I'm looking at these giant projects, trying to figure out what each of them does. What's really nice is the distro code is over our head on purpose. Oh, crap. Ow. It's over our head on purpose, and I like that. I like that, okay, well, sure, this project is about learning how the classes interact. I'm kind of curious, how do you draw a swing application? I can just look at the distro code and figure it out. So yeah, guys, I'm tired. I just wanted to spit some more knowledge at you because I picked up so much of it today and I had to get it out somehow. Hope you all have had a good holiday. Hope you got some great New Year's plans coming up. Hope you're getting some well-deserved rest. And I'll be talking to you guys again, hopefully sooner than this last time took. I apologize for that. These last few weeks, I think it's been about a month since I posted one. I feel terrible, but I had my winter concert at my high school. Then I had Christmas. I had Thanksgiving before that, so it's just been crazy. Guys, I'm sorry. Hope you guys are liking the information, and I'll see you next time. Bye.